Hi friends, this is MD Vegan. Today I make a cardamom soy latte. Everything is here, 3 ingredients. In an espresso machine. I have already filled it with water. That's the first step I have to make. Here, a little machine is very nice. Water is in there already. It's not too much. Put on my oven. And now I have to fill it with coffee too. Here, this is a little machine, has 3 parts. The water is in here, it will be boiled. And here the coffee goes in there on a little sieve. And once the water boiled, it will be pressed up through the coffee and make the coffee, the espresso. Here is my espresso. This is a very nice variety. It's fair trade, organic, and has a nice strong flavor. Espresso is usually very fine grated as this one. If you make coffee, it is not so fine. Depends on what kind of machine you use. For this I use the fine one. I take the teaspoons and I take 1, 2, 3. Actually you don't need to count it because you fill it up to the top and press it down a little bit to have a nice quantity here. And the second ingredient today will be cardamom. This is cardamom, and this one needs to be powdered. Powder of cardamom here. It is very nice for the coffee and for the tea too. In India, I gotta know it. Arabs use it too, in the Arabic countries. And I put a huge amount of cardamom. It's not a huge amount, but it is a lot. I mean, you can really take a lot because it blends so nicely with the coffee flavor. At the same time, it is very nice for the stomach. Coffee can be a little bit hard on the stomach because it's roasted, and these roastings, they are not so nice for the stomach. But in general, coffee is actually very healthy. Yeah, that is interesting. They always tell you, oh, you should avoid coffee. It's so unhealthy, it makes your heart race. But not true. All the studies summed up, not only the studies sponsored by the coffee industry. No. The regular studies, the really big science, solid science. They found, you can read it all at Dr. Greger's videos, can hear it and also read it. They all sum up and say coffee actually is healthy and makes you live longer. You can drink some cups every day. Maybe not liters, but some cups it's okay. So on top of it goes the third part of this little espresso machine. You see, here comes the espresso afterwards. And it comes up here, comes out of here, and you will see it in a minute when it's done. But you have to close it really firmly here. It's always the same mechanism. There are different kinds of machines, espresso machines. To be precise, it's not an espresso machine, it's a mocca machine, to be very precise. But I call it espresso, it's okay. An espresso is a little bit more power in there, a little bit more steam power. This is a little bit weaker, and you could call it mocca, but it is espresso. You go to an espresso machine, you get this one. The real espresso machines are huge and very expensive. For my purposes, this is perfect. So what I do now is I have my lighter and my gas oven. You can take any oven you have and bring the flame to go. So I have to wait for a second, otherwise the flame would go off again. And now it works, and I turn it down a little bit. It's a huge flame on a small machine, so I make the flame a little bit smaller. So that works. At the same time, while this is it's boiling, I begin to make the milk. My pot here, a little top pot. And I have some vanilla soy milk here. This is my favorite milk for the coffee and for the tea at the same time. And to make it really nice, to make a foam, a latte, a macchiato, I put some of the milk into the pot. Let's say a cup. Yeah. Yeah, a cup, maybe a little bit more. Doesn't matter. You have some extra foam, you can play around a little bit. And of course I have to heat the milk too. It has to be heated a little bit, not too much, because when it's boiling, it's not so good for the foam. The foam needs a little bit warm, to be a little bit warm. The milk needs a little bit warm to make the foam, but not too hot. Then the foam won't be perfect. But I will see in a second what happens. And while the milk is going to warm up, I show you already my next tool. The next tool is the foamer. Wait a second until the heat is on. So bring it down a little bit to a reasonable flame. Here, that's okay. Well, in a second we'll be ready. Now I show you my third instrument. The pot, the pressing machine, and the foamer. This is a very inexpensive one. You can travel with it. Here, here's the little. You have to press this little button here, and here's the foamer. You see, it's very useful. And just you put the battery in here. Turn on, turn off. So I have to wait for a second until this is ready. The milk is ready. I try with the finger. Oh yeah, it's warm. I can already begin. Sorry for this. Some don't like it. I don't mind it. It's only for me, not for my friends, because I can put my finger in there as long as I want. It's my coffee, right? Don't worry. So now, what I have to do now, I show you. I take down the flame, it's hot enough. It's very easy. Here I show you what I do. This is a hot soy milk. You cannot take any kind of milk. It has to be a milk that is foamable. I put it here. See? And then you move the little foamer always to the surface of the milk. You see immediately the foam comes up. It has the perfect temperature. Then the foam will come up easily. And at first the foam will be a little bit gross, but you go with the foamer through the foam, all through the foam, and it will get more and more fine. Having very fine foam in the end. So now I show you the rest. You can put it here. It's hot enough. Doesn't need to be hotter. So I foam it until everything comes up. Takes a little bit until the foam is really nice, foamy. And as soon as the foam is ready, the coffee will be ready. It takes only a second. You will hear it in a moment. Not yet, but it is soon done. And here I always put the foamer to the surface of the milk, onto the foam, until it comes up. More and more, and then it will be ready. I can already begin to get it already. You have to play around a little bit. Can you hear? Now the espresso comes up, and the steam's coming out, and soon it will be ready in a second. My foam is done already. Here. Good sound, good smell, nice fragrance. Let's see if it's done. Yeah, done. I'll show you. Be careful, might be hot, the metal. I'll show you here what it looks like, and you can have a good sight from here. See, open it, and the espresso is on top. You have to wait until the espresso is on top, and then it is done. And immediately you can drink it. I'll show you how to do that. So first, I put the coffee into my glass. It's a nice espresso glass, a latte glass. Goes all in there. The whole small machine. And then I have a big spoon here ready to get the foam out. Here the foam, I show you. The foam is ready. Here, nice foam. Here. Good, isn't it? Cool foam, right? Real foam. Very cool. But before I put the foam in, I will want to put some hot soy milk on the bottom of the glass, in order to have it really nice, milky, the milk coffee. And only on top, when the milk is inside, I put the foam. And I really put a heaping pile of foam on top. Here, see? The rest of the foam has some more to play for me. See? That nice? You can, if you put something, I show you, it's very easy. Don't worry about this. See here? You can easily make it a very nice texture. Give it a very nice texture. Just put your stick in there. See? It's perfect. No problem. So easy to make a nice latte. And this one is just cardamom. It's very nice. The milk has a little bit of sugar, a little bit, so it's perfect. If you can put something on top if you like to decorate, nutmeg or cinnamon or chocolate, cacao powder, whatever you like, but it's ready to go and it's wonderful. Kindly enjoy and follow me on YouTube, Emily Vegan, a nice new recipe every single day on Facebook, now Emily Vegan also. See you soon.